Lagos Cities. You saw how they played, right? You saw how they play against Mediema. The performance of Kotoko, they've not been consistent. Yes, they have 1 or 2 injuries, but the coach spoke about he
replacements.
No, he said he has got about 6 midfielders, so any of them can play. So if Agadas is not playing, probably
he'll have a solution.
He does have a problem with that, or probably a solution to it. But I think that they missed him today.
Absolutely,
they really missed him today because he's one player who cushions his colleagues. He encourages them.
Let me not cut you in midstream, but it looks like, and maybe this is an observation, the fighting spirit for 90 minutes, every player fighting, isn't quite there when it comes to Kotoko. You don't see that aggressive energy in away matches. They are bullied.
Yeah.
And if the referee doesn't protect them.
Yeah, in as much that some of the decisions of Hansen for me was bad. Some of his decisions today was bad. But the point I'm trying to make is that the commitment level of Kotoko players today, I didn't see it. You look at the group Chelsea players, every player you could clearly see from their face, even the camera captures them. But the commitment level of Kotoko players in midfield, Sharif Mohammed in midfield, I don't know whether he's injured or not, but you could clearly see from his body language that he's not comfortable.
Look at Amankona gone back. He played a very good game today. Could it be the pressure? I mean, let me bring Oscar in here. Is it the pressure of playing for Kotoko, as you said, Hearts, the big clubs, the players? It gets to them. They can't raise themselves because every match you have to play 100%. They can't deliver.
Absolutely. I think that it is the pressure and also the price tag on some of the players that come. When you are bought with a lot of money, you are expected to, deliver in big folds. So for Amankuna not to have succeeded in Kotoko, I think that it was because of the pressure, what he himself, the target that he set for himself coming to that big club. And so for him to play this well for Chelsea today shows that over there he's allowed to free himself, he's allowed to express himself and do what he likes with the ball. And probably, you don't get coaches scolding you for doing that. But when you come to clubs like Asante Kotoko and Hartlepool, you are restricted, you are instructed to play with the team. He was playing individual football at a point in time, and they like it. And they love his antics. And those kind of things, sometimes draws the little free kicks here and there. And it gives them the opportunity to attack their opponents. But when it comes to big clubs in Kumasi, Santi Kotoko and Hartlepool, you don't get the opportunity to do such. And today, look, let's not take anything away from Bekum Chelsea. They played really well. They've dominated Kotoko from the beginning to the end of this game in all departments. Look, they had a clear game plan coming into this game. And they executed it from
the first minute.
In the first minute, because look, when you are playing a team on such occasion, once the referee blows the whistle and you see the game plan, you have to, as a master tactician, as a good coach, you have to adapt to it. Right. Yes, and they were doing a lot of long balls and they were hitting the byline, sending crosses in, hoping that their talisman would get his head to it. And
they kept on trying
until they succeeded. Once they got the first goal, they were comfortable and always in the game.
Yeah, coach, we'll take a look at the goals in a minute, but let's talk about Danlad briefly as well. I mean, tale of two halves. First half, you could say that, but for Danlad, Kotoko could have been, down by, more goals. But in the second half, what happened to him?
Yeah, I just can't figure it. But the point is that he lost it. Danlad lost it after the first goal. He lost it. He couldn't command his defense. He couldn't arrange them very well.
The first 2 goals, his defenders let him down. The crosses shouldn't have come.
From the blast of the whistle, Danlad has not. I spoke about his communication.
Yes, he was jittery. He was very jittery.
Yes, but
with the ABBR balls.
He was doing everything possible to be of himself. That's why I see it. Got the first goal. Watch the first goal.
Yeah, the cross comes
in. You see, watch the first goal. The diving of Danlad is questionable.
Questionable as in he was wrongly positioned, he was slow.
Yeah, I know Danlad very well. This is the ball Danlad will have taken out.
Well, we're looking at it again.
Look,
it's actually his
positioning is very good here.
His position, yes, I was about to say that. Let's talk about his positioning. Yeah, and then the cross coming in and the defenders doing their job here. Where the danger is in blue and white. How many defenders for Kotoko? Look,
You see, I spoke about the defensive principle, defending in free kicks and all that. Probably
5 against 3.
Probably the awareness
5 against
wasn't
3.
there. But I think that the position of Danlad was excellent.
Yes.
But his reflexes today
True.
is questionable. And I don't know what is really wrong with Danlad. Psychologically, I don't know what is really wrong with him because in the first 45 minutes, he did some brilliant saves in the first half. So he should have come into the second half with a big heart to be able to save. I mean, sometimes goalkeepers, it becomes an opponent and the goalkeeper.
So there's
But
no
in this
problem with
instance,
his positioning. No,
I-
perfect positioning here.
see,
Goodness.
in this instance, I think that Danlad let the team down. In as much it was a poor defending,
And the cross
poor
came in.
marking, poor communication, I think that Danlad should have done something good. Especially the third goal and the second goal.
Yeah, I mean the third goal, obviously.
Yes,
The second goal, it hit the roof of the net.
I know.
Look,
Again, it was a cross from where wide areas.
So if you can have a look at the second goal, you understand what I'm talking about.
And great leap. Look at this leap.
Very good.
Excellent leap.
But no, for Kalu, he has been fantastic today. From the first half through to the second half, he's been a tormentor in chief. I mean, he has been tormenting the Kotoko defense, being in the area, ability also on the ground. Very strong, very strong.
Again, it was a Japan who, couldn't mark him. But then, why do you allow such balls? What you call the coaches always tell defenders, don't allow the cross. Block the cross from coming in. When you have a solid player who has won almost all area duels this afternoon, you don't allow him, space. But for the defenders, you could count as many as 6 defenders in the box against 3 players. But some way, somehow, Kalu found his space and lived amongst all these top players to knock the ball. For me, I think it is not normal.
He has been doing this since the blast of the house.
Yes.
All the balls that went into the box, he was partnering with Mohamed Al Hassan and Sharif Mohammed. And he was able to overpower them in the second half. You remember I told you about, you see, Kotoko should have also resulted in the long balls.
True. Try to rather than
Because the moment you try to build from back, you lose this possession, they get the ball and they send the balls into your box. Kotoko should have learned to build or probably send the long balls. And I think
Is it a coincidence that Kotoko's best victories or best performances have come when they play football on smooth surfaces? I'm not making excuses, but look at the records. The biggest score lines.
But yeah, they went to Samates.
Yeah, but the pitch was
fine. They play
excellent.
They play a very good football.
Okay, let's take a look at the
Now
second
watch
goal.
the second goal. You see, he went as if he was just going to get the ball, but not to flick the ball over the crossbar.
Right.
You see, watch the position and what he did.
An
You see,
excellent header.
just watch it.
Again, let's do
I was expecting him to flick the ball over the crossbar. But
what's happening here? Okay, it's out of shot, but
Yeah.
look at this. 2 defenders sandwiching the danger man, but they were not
Special
close enough.
cross from Collins Ameya. You see, he had patience. He watched his player, and before he sent in the inswing. But watch Danlad. Before the ball got to the player, that is Kalu. Watch Danlad's position. Because the ball was within his area. So if Danlad should have been a little bit smart, he would have even come out to fix the ball on the head of.
And
Okay, let the ball come in. Let's see the ball coming in.
Look, check this out. If you observe very well, in the first goal, it was the right back in Japan who couldn't match Kalu. Here over here, it is number 35, John Kotoko again. So where were the defenders? Where were the central midfield defenders? Where were they? They could be doing a better job by, like coach said, being one-on-one with Kalu, stop him from jumping. But if you allow him to come in between space, definitely you are going to be punished. Look at him.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted to do.
drew Mohamed Al Hassan out of position, but look again.
But
The strength of John Kotoko and of course Kalu.
Mismatch.
Right. And look at here again the number of red shirts as against the blue and white in attacking position. Really, they should have messed with this ball. They should have let the ball come
A
through.
team that do not possess. Collins Ameya had the ball. It would have easily had the 1, 2, 3 passes with his colleagues. But he wanted to send an in-swinger. He believes in the quality of Kalu.
It's the game plan.
That's what I'm talking about. Brekum just never possessed in this game.
And hold on a minute soon. If the ball had gone beyond the goal scorer, there was always danger of a follow-up.
Henry, that is Patrick Ansu, former Brekum Arsenal and Mediama
So tactically, they knew what they were doing.
Of course.
Patrick Ansu, the number 44.
Yes, he came from the bench. He was playing for Brekum Arsenal, and then he was their top scorer before Mediama went for him, and then they released him.
Just in case it's an overflow, he just comes and taps it in.
Let's put the ball behind the Kotoko back line.
Yes.
We have a strong player in the person of Kalu. Let's put the ball there. Let our defenders also defend very well. And probably they were also tough. That was probably the reason why they were able to take out Steve Mukola. He got injured and he was out. I mean, George Fege, you look at the Kotoko bench, which player is there? There's no player there to
Coach, strangely enough, they don't send a lot of players into the area.
But that's exactly what he's saying. That they know their strength.
They know the strength of
So
Kalu.
you could count as many as 4-5 defenders against one man, Kalu. But yesterday he manages to get the ball from the top. I mean,
Let's take a look at the third goal. I mean, the two goals, I would say coach has been harsh, but I think I get where you're coming from. He could have done better. The quality that he has. Let's go through this one again. The marking and then the cross coming in. Two goals conceded from the flanks. And again,
oh, come on. He could have done better. I don't know. He know. That's why he's buried himself. He wish the test would just open up for him to enter. You don't make these schoolboy mistakes at this level. Mansa Sante Kotoko, no. There was no danger whatsoever. And look at him. He was there alone. This is no way a situation he could have left the ball. Probably he's not in his right frame of mind.
But as a defender, you should bear in mind that just in case there's a deflection or my goalkeeper makes a mistake, I need to scoop it up. Watch him. He left the attacker to tap in.
Mm-hmm. Two defenders against one player, and he reacted first. He reacted the quickest because of what his awareness. Look, over here he was anticipating the goalkeeper to spill the ball, but then the defenders were frozen in this situation, allowed the goalkeeper to commit the error, and he was there to tap it.
Watch the position of the two center.
Yes.
Two defenders. They believe that ball. There's no way that Danlad was going to, because there wasn't enough power in that ball. So they believe Danlad could have handled the ball. But the striker too was enough that look, rush. There must be a playback.
Why couldn't he grab it?
There must be a deflection. He must split the ball.